Hello everybody, it's Amy from Winterwood Studio, and it is finally time for part 3 of my Mother's Day gift card, Blick gift card, giant restock / new supplies for a new secret project I'm working on, art haul. So this one's going to be really fun. There's a bunch of stuff in this, some new exciting stuff to try. So we are going to open it and unbox it, and then we'll do a long, nice, chatty swatching session. So grab yourself something nice to drink and come on in on this rainy day in my studio, and we will have a fun little art haul and playtime in our sketchbooks. Okay, so I think that I've been putting these up out of order. I'm assuming that I am. So this is my third box, and will probably be the third video, but I know. So the second box I want to swatch today. So I'm pretty sure part 2 is going to go up as part 1. I'll link all the ones that are down below if they've all gone up already. And also I had a tiny little box of other stuff coming that I wanted to add to my part 1, which is not here yet. So I think part 1 is probably going to be part 2. But yeah, so I'm really excited. This is a lot of fun stuff. The first one was more stuff I needed, and then the second one and this one are fun. I mean, I still need it for this project I'm working on, but it's the first one had a lot of restocks. I'll make sure that everything's in here in a little bit, and stuff like that I've already tried, whereas this has a bunch of new stuff. So here we go. The first thing, and I am super excited about this. This is a brand new thing that is just out. This is the Canson Multimedia. This is, I think they're called their graduate line sketchbook, and it is 123 pounds, and it was only $17 at Blick. So I normally work in my Royal Talons sketchbooks with wet, and it does buckle. And I do have a Stillman and Burn Beta, Zeta. It's the Zeta series sketchbook hardcover about this size. I think the same size. And it was like $30. And so I don't work in it because I'm like, it was too expensive. This one was only $17. And I'm hoping that it might be a replacement for the Zeta. So let's see. Yeah. It's got a little more tooth than the Zeta, which is something I'm looking for. And it is a nice heavyweight, and I'm super excited about this, and I should maybe go buy a couple more before I share it, because I'm afraid it's going to sell out. I think this is going to be my new favorite mixed media sketchbook. I do. Price point wise and thickness of paper wise, and I'm super excited to try this. We'll definitely try this in the swatching and see how it handles like a wash of wet media. And then I got a Canson XL mixed media sketchbook. This is the 9x12. I think this is 8.5 by 11. It is. This paper is not as heavyweight. This is only 98 pounds. I really enjoy this for pan pastel for a base layer for mixed media with like a little bit of gouache or whatever type wet details on top. But I'm going to experiment with it more. I did experiment with some wet on this, on the one I had, and it did buckle a little, but I didn't tape it down. I'm wondering what would happen if I tape it down. Would it handle the tape? So I'm going to be doing some experiments on this, plus the one that I have is almost full. But I'm looking for like a cheaper paper to practice on that isn't super expensive, but can handle stuff a little bit. And I do like this, and I've liked the sketchbook that I have with it. It is not right now. I don't have it out right now. I think I was working in it and I put it somewhere, so I'll have to, I can see it. I can't get past it because the camera is there. But that one's almost full, so I wanted another one. And then And I've got, this is a sort of a restock. I've gotten this before. This is the Pan Pastel palette and cover holder, so that you can have so you can have all your pan pastels out at one time and not have to mess around with the screwing the covers on and off. And I needed more. This one's clearly full. This is the only one I have, so I needed another one. And then I'm really excited about this. This is the Canson Mixed Media in a very large size. This is the 14 by 17, and it comes in even a size bigger than this, which is the 18 by 24, and I almost got it, and then I had to stay within the gift card, so I didn't. This is about the size I need for the project I'm working on. We'll see how it handles layering. Like I said, I don't know if it would handle a bottom layer of gouache or watercolor. Probably not watercolor, maybe gouache, depending on how much water I used. But I've been experimenting with using pan pastels as a bottom layer with maybe some gouache details on top. And like I said, it works great for that. So I'm really excited to work a little bit bigger. This is a good size. I'm really excited. And then I got 3 of the world's biggest kneaded erasers. Yeah, there's 3 of them in there. I'm always misplacing my kneaded erasers, and I will throw them in my my backpack when I go out sketchbooking, and then I forget to take them out, and I just needed some more. These are inexpensive and huge, so if you like to use them to roll across like a pencil sketch to lighten the lines up for like watercolor, these are great. I recommend them. I think they're like $1.46 each or something really cheap. And then this is why, even though it seems like there's not a ton of stuff in here, there's actually quite a bit of stuff because it's small and packed into a small spot. Go with the new Pan Pastel case, I picked out some new some new colors. And they had a bunch of new colors. So Pan Pastel is owned by Golden now, and they have recently put out a bunch of new colors, and some of them are sold out already, but not all of them. So I got a few. I got the Crimson Medium, and let's see, I'll try to keep them separate. And I got the Cerulean Blue Tint. And you can mix these right on your paper or on a separate palette, but I had the money, and for convenience and fastness of working, speed of working, it can be nice to have. This one's really pretty. I'm really excited for this one. This is a new one. This is their Crimson, and it's kind of a cherry red. I'm really excited for that one. And like I said, I've been using them a lot, and this is the Blue-Green Tint. And it's just nice to have like some colors so you don't have to mix all the time if you're trying to make things quickly. So I splashed out on a few. And then I got, this is the Burnt Sienna tint. I have the light orange that I've been using for like a skin tone, for a very pale skin tone. And it has a bit of a yellowish undertone. So I'm hoping this one has more of a peachish, orangish undertone. And then I got ultramarine blue shade, which is one I didn't have. And to go with that, I also got the ultramarine blue medium. Those look pretty close. How close are, oh, no, they're not close at all. I was worried they were very close. Oh, you're seeing the third one. And then I got the cerulean blue light. I know that didn't seem like a huge art haul, but it kind of was. And we'll do a little testing of the sketchbook and the new paper. So I'm going to move you from here to here, and we will try all our new supplies and have a little fun. Okay, so we're going to check out the sketchbooks and paper in a minute, but the first thing I want to do is I want to swatch these pan pastels because I've just been itching to use them. So we're going to swatch these quick on this rainy summer day. It's crazy. It was 92 degrees yesterday, and then today it's been pouring. Well, first we had thunderstorms, and then it's been pouring rain, and the high is 55. So we went from like having the air conditioning on to having the heat on. Except we didn't. We just closed the house up so that it would get stay kind of cool. And now today we closed trapped all the heat in when it was like, I don't know. It's still 76 in here this morning, even though it's 55 outside. And this one doesn't want to come off. Okay, I think I got this pretty clean. Maybe I can sort of rotate edges. I do have, I don't know what order things are going up in. This is not all of the pan pastels that I ordered, so there are some more either already up or coming. That's a nice color. I'm glad I got that one. So if you're interested in pan pastels, stay tuned for that. At some point, maybe not today, but at some point, I may want to swatch all my pan pastels. I think I still have some key colors that I'm missing that I would like for a project that I have coming up. And yes, you can mix them, but it's a project that has a deadline and time is of the essence, as they say. So I may just get the colors I need for that project. That is a very light, it's not showing up on this paper real well. It's not pure white, obviously. This is the cerulean blue tint. I spelled that totally wrong. Cerulean. I should have checked the spelling. And this is the cerulean blue lights. We'll put that next to it and compare. So I'm just popping in real quick to say I didn't test the sketchbook. I like the pan pastel so much that I took a piece of the Canson paper from the big pad and I ended up doing a whole illustration from start to finish. It's mixed media with the pan pastels as a base layer, and we are going to be seeing that in a minute. First, we're going to test the paper with different kinds of tape and see what happens and see if it can hold up to that. And then I will give you my final thoughts on the Canson paper as an illustration paper. So a really random test I wanted to do on the Canson mixed media paper was to see if it would hold up to being taped to a surface. And to do that, I'm going to do the very scientific test of just putting some tape on it and peeling it off and seeing what happens. So I'm going to do a little peel tab here. And then, like I would if I were taping it to a board, that's just regular painter's tape, like for painting a house. This is an actual, supposed to be an artist masking tape. I can't remember where I got it. You can see inside it says like TSS Art. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know where I got it. I feel like it pulls paper more than some of my other tapes, even like the blue house painter's tape, which is probably not, like how this is pH neutral masking tape, that's probably not this. It's probably got acid in it. So this is, again, an artist tape, and it's black. If I can get it started. I don't remember where I got any of these artist tapes. And I know this is an artist tape too. I don't know the brand. This is my probably least sticky tape. So, but it's hard to use with like watercolors and gouache because sometimes they will go underneath it. So, alright. So obviously this hasn't sat for very long. Sometimes, you know, obviously if they sit it'll be worse, but okay. So looking at this, we had some peel off. I wasn't being very particularly careful. But some peel off. I suppose we won't be able to see it on this one. This had horrible peel off. I don't know if you can see it on the paper. Let's see if we can show you the texture. No, you can't. So I absolutely cannot use this one. I can tell you that right now. And this one also had some pretty bad peel off. And the green one is totally fine. So these are the two that I maybe would try this. I think I'm going to get one of the bigger pieces from, did I get a bigger one? I don't know. We'll either get one of these non-by-12s or one of the bigger ones and tape it down and do a little something on it and test it and see what we think. This is the Canson XL mixed media that I bought from Blick. This is the Canson XL mixed media that I bought from Walmart several years ago. And even though they both say 98 pounds, I swear this is thicker. It says 98 pounds and 160 grams, and this also says 98 pounds. I swear I swear this one's thinner. We'll see. We'll see how it holds up. Okay, so I was just itching to use my pan pastels and do a mixed media illustration. I did not thumbnail this. I didn't plan it out. I just started drawing on the paper. And there are some things I don't like about it because I didn't bother planning it out, but it was a fun little project to do for a rainy day in my studio. I had intended when this was done, I was going to scan it in and pull it up on Procreate and put in a quote, and you'll see at the end like the fish is right in the front, and I would have liked like some of the seaweed to be in front of the fish, but like I said, I didn't thumbnail it, I didn't plan it, so that didn't happen. And I was going to make those corrections digitally in Procreate. I like to say it's a sprinkling of digital magic on a traditional illustration, but I didn't have time. There's a lot of stuff going on this week, so maybe, I mean, I will do it at some point. I'll probably end up posting it on Instagram. Probably you won't get to see the finished one here, but the point of this anyway was to check the paper and see how well it held up, and just have a little fun. So, I ended up doing pan pastel and then some colored pencil, and then 2 layers of workable fixative, just Krylon workable fixative. It's summer, luckily, so I can do that outside. Because it stinks. It's toxic. I'm sure it is. And then after the 2 layers of workable fixative, I came back in with some oil pastels. And I only have a handful of Sennelier oil pastels, but I was playing with them on this piece. And then I bought a really, really cheap set of Craypaw, I think that's how you say that, and it's not the nice ones, which I think are the expressionists. I think they're the really cheap ones that are for like kids, and it was like 50 colors for like $5.99 on Amazon. Definitely not light fast, but again, I was going to scan this in and make it into a, like, you know, an illustration, so it didn't really matter. And I played with those on top. And I can't remember if so I think what happened was, and you're going to see it in a minute, I did this whole first part like the first day, and then I spray fixed it. And then I did the second coat of spray fixative the next morning. And I had turned on the camera. So you see me look at it and then like pick it up and lift it away to go spray fix it outside. And then I didn't turn the camera. I thought it was off. So when I went to do the next layer of the most of the oil pastels, I think, I thought it was already off. So I hit the button thinking I was turning it on. But I actually turned it off. So what happened was I had this little bit of a sketch in my sketchbook, and I wanted to play with some colored pencils. So I thought I had it on to do the oil pastels on the fish. And so then when I turned it off to quick do this sketch in my sketchbook, I was actually turning it on. If that makes sense. In a convoluted way. It's been a very long school year, and actually now as I'm doing the voiceover, we're into summer vacation just 2 days in, but it's been relaxing already and very nice. You get to see a little tiny bit of just some playing in my sketchbook with some illustration-y type colored pencil. And then we'll go back to finishing up of the fish illustration. And since I was just doing this for myself, I did not have my overhead light on. There's enough light coming in through the window, so the lighting's a little funky, but I figured I might as well leave it so that you can see something in the space where I was putting on the oil pastels. Although I do think you'll catch, because I think I did 2 layers, and then I came back and did the second layer of oil pastel. So you can at least see that. When you see me taking pictures with my camera, that's to check like contrast and value and stuff. And here I am cleaning up because I thought the camera was off. And I'm getting ready to finish the work on the fish. So there we go. Okay, so here I am doing the second layer of oil pastels. These are the Sennelier, the one with the yellow wrapper. I think I cut out most, if not all, of the Craypaw oil pastel. Okay, so this paper endured a layer of pan pastel and colored pencil, and then 2 layers of Krylon workable fixative, and then a layer of oil pastel, and then a layer of Sennelier oil pastel fixative over that. It's not totally fixed, but I'm gonna call that good. It should be okay to scan in without making a mess of my scanner. So now is the moment of truth. Let's see how this tape peels off and see what we think. We'll move this blue first. So I did say this is a Richardson hardboard, and you can see on the tape that it pulls I think you can see on the tape that it pulls the hardboard off. That doesn't happen with the ampersand. So even though this is way cheaper, I don't think I'll buy more of these. And I just thought I would mention it. So let's see how that turned out. And this has only been taped down for a few hours, maybe 4 or 5. I did this whole thing this afternoon. And it is peeling off nicely. For the hardboard is coming off worse than one side is a little better than the other, but I had some acrylic on it, so. And I think for pan pastel and oil pastel and 3 layers of fixative, that held up just fine. I'm actually really happy with that. Really happy with that. So I hope you had a nice time with this video today. I hope you enjoyed everything that we did. If you'd like to hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment, I would love it if you did. That is a free, no-cost way for you to help support my channel. And if you haven't checked out my Patreon and would like to, that'll be linked down below. There's only 1 tier. It's only $5. So feel free to check that out. And until next time, happy creating!